And welcome back to more Splatoon 2 Octo expansion. Last time we headed through line J, and you might be thinking, wait, why is line J already completed? And the answer is, I screwed up. That is the long and short of it, I screwed up. I recorded the audio in a way that it echoed really awfully, so we're having to redo this. Unfortunately for me. Hi, Sea Cucumber. Just chilling on the wall. He basically doesn't have anything useful to tell us. Since I've already done this, I know what he says. Destroy crates until you match the example on the left, okay? Seems simple enough. Except you look at it and like, holy cow, this thing is huge. My sentiment exactly, Pearl. So, what is the gimmick of this? The gimmick is the orange crates are going to be the ones you want to break. The tan crates are the ones you want to leave alone. So it's a nice little way to sort of code in what you have to break without actually needing to look at the example at all. So like, you might not even need to look at the example once, which is great. If you know that. On my first playthrough I didn't know that, of course. I only found out halfway through. I was like, wait a minute, I'm only breaking the orange crates. So then I was like, I wonder if this is actually a thing, and then I started looking at it. Go easy on the trigger when you're trying to break just a few crates at a time. Good advice. You do get a halfway point, which is lucky. Oh, this is risky. There we go. Now, if you're gonna have a recording failure, this is not a good level to have it on. Because this level's long. Like, one of the longest levels, I'd say. So you might notice we might not have a ton we can reach at this point. We're getting close to the point where we don't have anything else we can do. But do not fret, we are still fine. We have a means to help us. Yeah, I probably was being too meticulous there, I should have just moved on. Does the squeezer fire faster if you mashed, or farther if you mash the button? Because this is holding it, this is mashing it. That's interesting, I never knew that. I don't mean the squeezer, so I don't know all these things. So if you jump over here, we're now on the structure itself, and we can kind of carve out more of this shape. Like so. I am definitely rushing more than you should. If you're playing this and are following along, do not rush this. Once you know the orange crates are the ticket, great. That doesn't mean you can just fire all willy-nilly. Looks like you're about halfway done. Only halfway. Me. That is definitely me right now. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy this challenge. It's just very time consuming. So I get why people don't like this, especially also if you noticed, the recommended weapons, or the weapons that you can choose, are the squeezer, which is what I always use, the charger, which has a chance of breaking through crates, which is bad, and the blaster. I'm sorry, the blaster? Really? Who thought that was a good idea? I'm losing my ability to focus too, Pearl, don't worry. So that key goes to the checkpoint. On the center platform, there's a checkpoint that we can use. I'm at the point where I'm so invested in this, I might skip the checkpoint. In the original recording, I compared this to Crash Bandicoot, actually, of all things. the level, I think, Hot Cocoa, I want to say? The one jet ski level in the secret bonus room. Spoiler for this 20-year-old game, I suppose. But, you know, up here you could try destroying the crates from above. What are you thinking exactly? Basically, you go around this giant open area in a jet ski, and you have to break a certain amount of crates. You don't have to, but if you want the gem, you have to break the crates. But they give you like several checkpoints, and the checkpoints you can hit at any time. It's a non-linear level, and this is also kind of a similar thing where it's like non-linear. That one, especially in HD, because of the ruined jet ski controls, I highly recommend using checkpoints very sparingly, but also definitely consider using them at all, because holy cow, getting like 50 crates on a jet ski, not easy. But there you go. That's using your head. As it opens up its head, that makes sense. Puns! But slightly trivial. Here we go. Got the checkpoint. Don't need it at all, of course, but oh well, we have it. I need to actually use the squeezer more. I'm actually kind of digging it, to tell the truth. I'm actually liking the gimmick of just mashing it as faster, or farther, but obviously button mashing isn't the most fun thing in the world to do, so it's kind of a trade-off. It's a neat trade-off though, and I like it as a gimmick. As a mechanic, you could say. Okay, so we have power eggs. Not that we need them, because we technically already cleared this. Actually, we have to hit it from above. Not above, from laterally speaking. Like this, so we can actually jump into it. That was a much better run than the original, because I had a better feel of what I was doing. We didn't even need the checkpoint. That was really smooth. Somehow. So, normally, of course, they'd be like, oh, a chat log opened up, and we got a mem cake. So, the mem cake is this one. This swells a stir of royal pride, and small or large, you lead the charge, the ink of nobles flows inside. And, of course, we have this one, InkChat Station, defeat the boss. So, we have a boss battle with an InkChat, which honestly is weird to me, and I'll get into why I think this is weird in a moment. This test is all about the InkChat. Pay close attention to the InkChat's range, and remember that even with the InkChat you can recover from damage by submerging. Yep, good thinking. I love the advice. It's very subtle, but helpful. The Octo Shower Supreme. That is horrible graphic design. I'm just gonna say right now, that is terrible graphic design. White text on a white background? No. But this is the Octo Shower Supreme. It is the Octo Shower but with InkChat. Which might sound easy? Ooh, it's not. It's very much not easy. I thought this would be way easier, but I actually find it easier than the Baller challenge, to be fair. But like, it's still the Octo Shower, so it's still pretty difficult. It's like Area 4's boss. But I do find it easier than the Octo Samurai with the Baller, just because the Baller is such a weird choice of weapons. This makes sense. This is actually a very interesting fight. So second phase, he has the Splatling. So we need to actually look out for that. Case in point, we can also duck with ZL, as always. Definitely keep that in mind. He has the shower head, of course. I was not aiming for that guy at all, but it ended up working out. You can zip up here, of course, like usual. Oh man, these shots are slow. This is why I never use InkChat in multiplayer. It's too slow for my liking. Case in point, firing and also just basic movement. The shots just take too long for me. Like, it's hard to lead shots that are this slow. I wish there was like a reticle that helped you at least with shot leading. Maybe that'd make it too easy. I mean, this is a boss battle, it should be a little difficult. Ow. I should really start taking out the missiles. So trying to tank them. Oh, frick. That was close. No dice. And he's gonna use the splatling again, which is my chance. No, wait, he's not. He's doing missiles again. Also my chance, except I'm too far away. There we go. Invincibility frames for the win. That was too close, and now we still have one more round left. The, of course, Stingray phase, and he also has these jerks that are a lot more nimble, so we have to actually be super duper on our toes, and I hate it. I'm not a fan of this phase normally, I'm not a fan of it here, because they kind of zip around more than usual. And there's the Splatling, so I'm gonna hide back here. But he also has a Stingray, and that's what I'm really afraid of. I'm having trouble dodging the missiles. Lord knows how I'll deal with the Stingray part of it. Since he can't hide behind the wall for that. Ow. This is the Stingray, I think. Nope, that's just the Splatling. Thank you for showing mercy on me. Shoot through walls, there it is. So, kind of up and down, like bob and weave, that'd be my strategy. My recommendation. Wow, I got two at once. That was just dumb luck. I wasn't actually aiming, I was just mashing ZR and hoping for the best. To tell the truth, I wasn't even aiming. Little bit of a gutsy strat, I'm trying to hit the guy. There we go. Mid Stingray, to try to hit him. And interrupt the attack for starters, but too, it kind of leaves him open. So I figure it's a good time to try to get a hit in, and that's the boss. Again, much easier, I'd say, than the baller. And again, it doesn't hurt that I'm having to redo this video, so I've technically already seen this. Now, the one thing we do miss out on by having to redo this, and I apologize again that I screwed up the recording, the mem cakes. I don't quite trust the Stark White brand. It's more for squids or little kids. Why the pop? It's so bland. So I guess the Octolings are also fashionistas. Obviously, we have to talk to this guy, and Isopadre will give us the Null Boots replica, so we have the full Null armor set. And he has some dialogue about how we have 6 sets and not to give up our dream and things like that. And I wish I could have shown that, but unfortunately the audio, the way I recorded this, it was sort of set in stone. Like, I couldn't readjust the audio at all. So, it was just kind of stuck being bad, unfortunately. So I do, again, apologize for not being able to show this, but let us do this. Here lies the ceiling thing, Break and Bounce Station. So we have another Thang level. This room is pretty small. Maybe your room is too big. Good comeback, I guess. I haven't really made note of the detailing. There's like other train stations. This is like another depot basically. You can actually see the train we're normally on back there, which is cool. Though the track dead ends, so I'm not sure how this works. There we have it, our third thing. 3/4 of the way there, roughly. We have 57 levels done as well, so again, almost exactly 3/4 of the way done. Mad props, my dog, you have found the third thing. There's just one more to find. The promised land awaits. Do not slay not found yourself. Gee, I wonder what slang that would be. Wonder why we haven't found Agent 3 yet. Should I put up a missing agent poster? Good idea, give me a second. How's this? Nailed it, right? What if I say that's not it? Well, how about this? Oh, I think the last one was better. So let's try this again. So I guess this is to choose the gender of Agent 3. Looking good. Let's see, what were some of Agent 3's other features? So, I actually went back and looked at the original Let's Play. And I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was the second tone. I used this one in 2, but I think because of the lighting being darker in 1, I ended up using this tone in Splatoon 1. You know, you might be right. Anything else you remember? Like this. And at the bottom, have you seen this girl? No doubt. Okay, I'm all done. Should be easier to notice if I put it here. So we have the 3 things. We have a missing persons poster for Agent 3. And with that, we're ready to hop back on the train. Agent 3 being the hero of the first game. Nice little callback. Because in the main campaign, they said Cap'n Cuttlefish and Agent 3 were off fighting Octarians somewhere. So that's a little bit of a callback. In any case, next time, hopefully we won't have any recording hiccups. I hope. And everything should be fine, I hope. So, we shall continue on with line H, and then I, and then E. End off with the last thing. Seems only fitting, right? So with that all being said, thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more Splatoon 2 Octo expansion.